I hope this works. I just tried it a minute ago and it kept me off for some reason. Okay, in case it didn't go live, and if it did, I'm going to delete it anyway. I've just had a big massive box come through the door from Lelli Bot. I wasn't expecting it today, so it's quite exciting. Well, it's really exciting. And so I thought I'd just open the top. I have no idea what's in there, and I thought I'd share it with you so we can go through it together, because I'm sure everything in there is going to be fantastic. Right, for those who don't know Lelli Bot, she's a young school teacher, and she started designing her products really high quality. So if I just show you, like that is, here we go again. Obviously it's a fairy, but it's a topper, and it's got gold foiled around the edge. It's quite thick, as you can see, and she also does backing papers to go with it. Oops. And that's from that pack, which was fairies. So just a little bit about her. I'll move them because I think I'm going to have stuff all over the place. Right, so you can watch me struggle now. My box. I will be back. Right, this is what's come through the door. So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to shove it back, and we'll see what's in here. You can tell this is off the cuff, can't you? Thankfully, I moved a bit on my desk. Okay. So first of all, packets of what I think is hemp. By the looks of it. That's cool. Quite a lot in there actually. Very fashionable today as well. Tying up parcels, mixed media. Of course, there's mixed media, bows on cards. The craft card is quite popular these days. I'm not sure the prices on these at the moment because I haven't sort of spoken to Sam. I'll know the prices on a lot of them, but not new stuff. And that is new. So I've got 2 packets of them. Ooh, this is new. It's, I don't know if you can see that. Packet of like lace. Should I be careful and open it? Normally pack these really well. It's exciting. Right, don't know if you can see that. I don't want to undo it too much, but there's loads and loads. Ooh, navy. Oh, that's a nice colour. Wow. You can see there's, she always packs these out. There's loads in there. And everything great for mixed media. Not that I'm into mixed media or anything. Okay. I'll put that over here so I can put it back nicely as Sam did. Okay, back. Right, there's quite a few packets of those. Oh, see if I can put over here. What do we have next? I know what they are. Wow. Okay, let's go through these first. These are the dragon, called Fancy Dragon, foiled and die cut topper pack with the coordinating papers. Now those, lost me now. They will be like the ones I showed you just now. Look, I've got that. It's me, it's live. This is the sort of backing papers you'll have. I believe they're 6x6, which is an ideal size for 8x8 or 7x7 cards, which are quite popular. And as you saw with the fairy one, that was actually a picture in itself. And then you'll get toppers in there. This happens to be Christmas candy skull. All the rest fell on the floor. And basically you'll get, I think is 8, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, there'll be 8 of the backing papers, 2 of each, and then there's 2 A4, or equivalent to 2 A4 sides of toppers. So you see on the back. So that'll be all the toppers there, so you can see. And there's the backing paper there. Okay. Right, so that's the dragons. We sold out of them, which is why I've got them. And there's the Gothic Rose. Sold out of them as well. I like the skulls. There you go. Okay. Yep. I'm very low on these stamps, butterflies, and as you can see, flowers. Now, the flowers, they come up really, really well if you stamp them, emboss them, and then cut them out and layer them up. I was going to show you a flower I made after anyway. Stone walkies. I'll find it when I get this box off. Right, so these are chippies. They're lighter than MDF, so they're not going to be so heavy if you're sending things. I mean, this is obviously, well, use it what you want to use it for. It's got there's the hole for that one. Hole in the top for you to hang up. I think last year I actually made a wreath with it for Christmas, but I mean, obviously you can do garlands, anything. Fairly sizable, but not too big, if you know what I mean. What can I put it up against? There you go. About 8.5 to 9 inches. You have to believe me. So, there are a few of those. I suppose colour is going to be best for them. So I'm used to sell all of these chippies in sort of one pack with all different shapes in them. But I've asked her if she could put them into packets where there's only the one shape, because I think people like to choose what shapes they want. I mean, they may get home and think, oh, I don't want this one, you know, I can't use that one. Door hangers, obviously very popular with teenagers. Again, great for mixed media. I've actually played with these. I don't know if I go testing on them. I've put gesso on them and then gone over with gilding wax. Gesso, to those who don't know what it is it's like a primer. It comes in tubes. This happens to be black, as you can see, black gesso. And just put it on and it'll sort of prime it ready. I use it on MDF as well. I use it on quite a lot of things. This doesn't necessarily have to have that on, but it's not as good with inks if you don't. I mean, obviously you can stick things on, you know, do whatever you want with them. That's just something. Yeah, this is totally unfinished. You see, I've been playing on the back. This is one of the chippies. I've been playing with textured paste. That is gesso, and I've just gone around the edges with distressing ink. This really is one of the testing things I've got here. So got quite a few of them. Ooh, a mixed pack. These mixture goes very well together. Right, so we've got round and oblong, but there's 2 sizes of oblong here, as you can see. There's 2, 4, 5 of each. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. Here we had 5, and the others are on the floor, of course. I'll get Stuart to put these up on the website. I'll play in this video so that he knows what he's doing. He's off tomorrow, so he can do it then. I haven't had them on the website before because they've been too bulky. Or have I? No, I did. I think I took them down because they were a bit bulky to send, but these sort of nice sizes. Oh, and then we've got tags, and they too are two different sizes. The rest of this now is all chippies. I'm just going to show you all the different ones we've got. Tags, round. It's a great sound, isn't it? Yeah. See, the hole is always in different from the back to the front. Right, circle, plain, with a hole for hanging. With the, I was just thinking then, wasn't sure for words, well, okay, I was. I've just seen the hearts. It's off on a tangent here. And what I did with the hearts last time was right, in here we've got that size and we've got smaller ones. There we go. And what I did was sort of hang one on top of the other with ribbon and a butterfly in the middle. And with the stamps that we saw earlier with the flowers on, I covered the board with flowers. I've got it as a sample here somewhere that I take to the show, so on another video I'll show you it. But it was really nice, even if I do say so myself. In fact, it was lovely. Okay, these are great. They're 2, 4, 6, ooh, 8. 2, 4, 8. You know, placemats, beer mats, I mean, not placemats, it's a bit small, isn't it? In fact, it's a bit small for a baby placemat, but no. Yeah, lovely for a beer mat. Put them into 4s, lay it up a card. Multimedia, great for multimedia. Everything's great for multimedia. Multimedia is great for everything. Okay, some more hearts. I don't want to miss anything. Ooh, nice size. For wall hanging, there are 2 holes there. Ooh, cute little picture on there. Ooh, the ideas. Some fairies, I think. Or some... It's a bit gothic. Yeah, sorry. Excited. At the heart. Ooh. Ooh. Now these are great. Frames on the front and you've got the backing on the back. So, I mean, obviously there's 3 of each, but you can make 6 things out of that easily because you can put card behind the frame to make a pic. You know, put a picture in there with a card behind so that you don't need that backing. Or you can use it as just something to hang on the wall, perhaps with notes hanging down. And then you can use these as you want. More hanging pictures for multimedia. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about multimedia. Same again, wall hanger. I'm sure you can all think of much more exciting things. This is off the top of my head now because I've only just got them. When I sit down after, I'll be, ooh, could have used for this, you could have used them for that. Do you have any square ones, oblong ones? No, there's the oblong ones. And nearly at the bottom here. Shaped. shaped like you can, I think of spellbinders that do dies that are sort of this shape, which would be useful. Can't remember if they still do them, but I know I've got a couple. And I think that's it. There's lots more in here, but they're all the same as them. Oh, more lace. Right, so that's it for today. Well, I'm talking about multimedia. Oops. Something I was messing about with last night. The reason I go on about multimedia is because I don't necessarily sew. I don't necessarily use chippies. Basically, I was using things for making cards and paper craft, and I think, yeah, I would have sort of just made that from stamps and what have you. But texture now, so it's all down to texture. I've always loved texture, so I think this was probably invented for me. And it gets your hands messy and you can just get in there. But there you go. Thank you for watching, any of you that did. I'm sure some of you will later if you didn't catch me now. Till the next time, bye.